I mean, amen, right? And so with that being said, we are actually going to do something for you guys where you're going to have a chance to try some of this raw vegan food that we're talking about. We have some phenomenal raw vegan chefs who are in the house. Willie Mooney, Terry Anderson, how y'all looking? Are you guys ready? So if we can get your preparation to the front of the room, we're going to actually show you some demos right here. One of the dishes we're going to make, it's a raw pasta dish, guys, and it tastes delicious. It's made with pesto. We're going to make some tacos made out of walnuts. We're going to make some smoothies, a kale salad. What you're going to find is this is just an extraordinary way to live, because if you've not been eating real fruit and vegetables, a lot of times we eat so much processed stuff, your cells are starving. They're starving for live enzymes, real food. It's medicine to our body. It provides electricity throughout our cells. It helps to heal our body. And so Chef Terry Mooney, we can clean this area right here because we're about to put the spotlight on you guys right here. So we're going to move all these books out the way so we can set your display up. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Okay, let's clean off this. Let's get this out the way. Thank you, thank you.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today, this morning?
And we're up to 163 people on Zoom, y'all. Give it up for our Zoom. That is exciting. Oh my goodness, guys. So you don't see it yet. We're about to put the camera on them, but they're setting up their hot stove. We might need to,
You have another adapter?
Let me know if you need
another adapter.
Yeah.
What you need?
The script. I got that.
Oh, can you put the Oh, that's fine. You can unplug it. It won't go out. So I'm going to put the camera on our raw vegan chefs, and I'm excited to learn more about them. And you see they have their little chef gear on, and you see it shows their blood type. What's Terry's blood type? A positive. So she's a natural vegan vegetarian. And B, what you got on yours, Mooney?
What's on my blood type?
What's on your chart?
B positive.
B positive. So what is he supposed to avoid? Chicken. There you go. Yeah.
So,
good job.
I'm from the west side of Chicago, you all. Anybody here Uncle Remus? What about Harold? Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's go on south side. And Leon's barbecue. Okay. So imagine being told at age 48 that chicken and Popeyes, the Popeyes chicken sandwich, you know, the crusty oodles, the thick. Wait a minute. My wife can attest to, y'all know the chicken strips. What is it? Swanson? No. The crispy chicken strips. Y'all know in the grocery store they come in a big bag? Tyson. Man, so imagine being told, even who might put avocado in their salad? Right? Oh, wait. Oh, I got a good one. So, who likes lobster? Me? Show me your hand. Who likes lobster? Lobster, raise your hand. Crab legs. Shrimp. Now, lobster, crab legs, shrimp. So, imagine at age 49, no, 48, because we met, so I've been knowing Eric for over 30 years, because we're fraternity brothers. And he was the one that, remember I mentioned the barbecue, or you didn't want to see Eric walking in anywhere near Popeyes or them places where you were ready to get down. So we wouldn't invite him. He wouldn't be invited to the fraternity barbecue. He wouldn't be invited to the family reunions. He was just an outcast because he was vegan. Hey, who ain't trying to hear about me? Those are the three questions. That's all you need? Yeah. You like me? Okay. Blood type B, raise your hand. Blood type A. Ooh. So imagine at age 48, you all, where Eric comes here because I invited him to get us seen. Well, I invited him actually to just come check us out. Everybody agrees that this is a beautiful place in the middle of the Bronxville. Y'all agree? So imagine being invited here. And you just thinking he coming out to check out his little brother, right? That's why I'm here. I did not bring him here to talk to her about a plant-belly and plant-based and going vegan. So when she called me over, it was right here, Phyllis, Melissa, Eric, and I was over there doing a presentation that I finished, and she was like, "Oh, guess what?" I was like, "What?" And she was like, "We found what we were looking for." Like, no, I know where you. And she was like, "We're going plant-based." I said, "I'm not doing it." So Eric set it up with him, Sharon, and Michael came out to do our Bibles. Myself, Phyllis, Melissa, and Louis. There was a couple of us, Senator Pat. And so I did my scan, right? We were right in this area. Eric was set up. Everybody was over there. Even my wife was over there. And I looked at my scan. I was like, all right. But then I looked at my wife's scan. I didn't let her see mine. But then I looked at her scan, and I was like, I gotta do something. Because I saw the results of her vitals. So I started a plant-based lifestyle. Phyllis was the first one. And anytime you see a leader do something, you like, damn, why did you? Because you usually want to follow suit, right? We roll with the motions, right? Go in the direction that people go, and you should, follow the things. When you see a leader do something and then you see progress, naturally you're questioning how did it happen. So I saw it with my own eyes. And I've done 4 what Eric called resets. I don't like this is me. I don't like the word cleanse because it's so cliche, right? You get the word cleanse. We don't really know in full what that does. But then you see what Eric brought to the table. And like he said, this whole holistic approach to health. And you're like, wow, this ain't the same. So remember, he mentioned and said I was a cancer survivor, blood type B positive. That means that chicken, fish, crab legs, lobster, avocado, those are my main ones that I love, are toxic to my blood. So is it possible that in cancer, that's chemotherapy to my body, that is radiation to my brain that I had to have, is it possible that some of the outcome of me having to go through that was what I was eating and putting in my body if it was toxic? Is it possible? Very possible. It is very possible. So I use the word reset because do anybody know, I'm gonna talk while I prepare. Does anybody know what, I'm gonna come back on this. Somebody tell me what chemotherapy and radiation, what do they mainly do? I'll be right back.
Any other suggestion? What does chemo and radiation do to your body? What do you think it does to your body?
Kills the cells.
Kills the cells.
Kills everything.
Kills everything. Sounds good. Dr. Prince, you want to answer?
Well, chemo and radiation. Goal of chemo radiation is to target the cancer cells, right?
Come closer to the microphone, ladies.
Oh, okay.
They want to hear you on Zoom.
I certainly. So the purpose of chemo radiation, when they created it, was to kill the cancer cells, and that was what they knew to do at that point in time. And it's been very profitable, and it's been successful. Like I said, he made it through chemo radiation. You have a lot of people that will make it through the treatment. But in 2016, all the oncologists met over here at the McCormick Place. All the oncologists met at the McCormick Place. They came up with another approach, a new approach to treating cancer. Their new slogan, and it freaked me out. I was driving down Garfield on the way to the University of Chicago, and the University of Chicago had this big billboard, and their new slogan after 2016 was, "Let us supercharge the immune system to attack cancer cells." Let us supercharge the immune system to attack cancer cells. So they realized that just treating it and killing it directly may not be as effective. So now they created certain immuno drugs that actually helps the immune system to recognize cancer, because when you have a low immunity, your immune system don't recognize cancer cells. And now the cancer cells can kind of float around, metastasize, go here and go there. And so now the drug that they created actually flips the switch on the immune system, and the immune system is able to recognize the cancer cell and attack it. Now that's better because there's not collateral damage when you do that. But the only problem is it's still a weakened immune system. So you're really triggering a weakened immune system to attack the cancer cell. So that's a good step in the right direction. But for holistic doctors, that has always been our slogan: let us supercharge the immune system to attack the cancer cells. Because when you supercharge it, we're not doing it with chemicals. We're doing it pretty much with herbal medicine, detoxification, and even exercise. So that's one of the reasons why chemo radiation hasn't been doing so well with you, because at the end of the chemo treatments, a lot of people are weakened, no hair, depression kicks in. So there's a lot of stuff that happens as collateral damage to them. So I would say within about the next 10, 15 years, you'll be hearing less about chemo and radiation and more about holistic therapy or maybe even immunotherapy. But chemo and radiation pretty much is being phased out.
All right, so chemotherapy to the body to work on the blood, chemotherapy to the body to address the blood in the body, the abnormal cells in the body, radiation to the brain, because chemotherapy, there was my understanding at this time is that you all probably saw me vape, right? So you all probably saw me vape. I'm gonna be mindful, I said and I get with anxiety, nervousness. Sometimes I'll vape, not for the dopamine, but to bring myself a calm mentally or to get creative. Right? It mellows me out. Why doesn't a gummy do that? Or why doesn't necessarily a tincture that I put under my tongue do that? The onset of action of a vape is quicker than the onset of action of something that has to travel through my stomach. And if I want to get it to my brain or my eyes or whatever the case may be, vaping or smoking is the quickest way to do it. So let me go back to radiation to the brain. Those abnormal white and red blood cells from leukemia, obviously, were in my brain as well, right? So radiation to the brain helped kill those abnormal cells. You heard from Eric, what also did it do? I can reset. Somebody said the word reset. You can't put new wine into an old wine. Right? So not only did radiation and chemotherapy kill the good cells, it killed the bad cells too. Right? The bad cells kill the good cells too. So when I look at our cleanse, I call it a reset. Just based off of Eric's definition. Based off of if you have mucus, inflammation, and fat in your body, mucus, inflammation, and fat, right? Or abnormal cells in the blood, right? Or something is wrong, something is toxic, Doesn't it make sense to go through your body with Drano to clean that out? And clean out the pipes in your house, in your temple? Doesn't it make sense to reset versus having plaque? Anybody ever cut into a house pipe and see plaque on it? It makes sense to reset and get it all out. Right? Now, this is something when you look at the formula, the sheet,
Which ones?
the
Sign and sheet.
sheet, yeah.
Here you go, we got more up here. No, I mean, the people that are there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it makes sense to reset. When I did, so now going into my story, I did 4 resets when it came, I did so many when trying to get into the key is remission. What I was hoping on with the reset when it was chemotherapy and radiation, I was hoping to get into remission. Where it didn't come back, and I'm cool. Right? What you're hoping and what we've seen with our cleanse, our reset is, she didn't have my picture.
I got it. I can put it up.
Y'all,
I was waiting for the cue.
I was pregnant with 2 12.5-pound babies.
Go ahead, second.
I call them baby men. My gut stuck out, right, like that. That's how I used to look, right?
I got the other one.
And that wasn't a good feeling. So when you look at what I was trying to do, and this was me, and that's me now, a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't just doing it for the link. I was doing it because I needed to reset and get rid of the weights. Eric said that I was walking around like a porta potty. Anybody know what a porta potty is?
Disgusting.
And what if that porta potty is sitting somewhere and nobody cleans it out?
Mm.
I don't even want to use it if you walk in and it's clean because it's a porta potty. I want you to think about your body. If nothing has ever cleaned out the arteries, the liver, the kidneys, none of that. What if you walk around like a porta potty and it's waiting to be cleaned out or reset? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was important. Didn't matter how I look or how people told me I look. Y'all, the way that I feel right now,
Hello.
I'm about to be 50 years old this year. And because of not by coincidence, somebody that I've been knowing for years, and somebody that I just met, Melissa Boston, connected, and now I traveled in a path because somebody cared about me enough to tell me it's time to make a change. Right? All right. So, as much as I miss chicken, crab leg, lobster, oh, but I can have catfish. I just choose. I'm like, God, that didn't make sense. You mean I can't have lobster, but I can have catfish? That just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So the wonderful thing about, he showed me, well, why can I have catfish and not lobster? Check this out. So he said, all right, the migration. You heard Eric and Melissa share about the O's, the original. Let's call them Noah's Ark people, right? The people on the boat. But what went on the boat? Animals went on the boat so they could probably tolerate animals a little better. Did he explain that to you?
Yes.
Okay. So those who migrated from the boat, from the O's, the original, were the A's. Now the A's, I say, look at it like this. If it's in the valley, the O's was in the valley, where would the A's want to go? To the mountaintop, right? We're going from the valley to the hills, to the mountains. Well, what's in the mountains? Vegetation, sunlight, agriculture, A for agriculture. So I'm like, well, where does B fit in? So B's migrated from the A's. This is the way that I thought, because I'm like, God, this just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. I can't have chicken, but I can have catfish. I can't have lobster, but I can have catfish. That doesn't make sense. And God said, okay, well, look at it like this. When you left from the mountains, how did you get to where your next destination was? Did you have to come down those mountains and hills? And I said, yeah, so what do we see running down mountains and hills? Streams of water, right? So it makes it easy right there for me to take my spear and catch what? A captive. Does it? So that means I could tolerate it better. Doesn't mean I should have it. It goes for O's and everything. So you all, I thought Terry was cooking. Y'all give it up a hand for Diamond Terry. Y'all go find out what that is. So now we gonna call this today Diamond's Kitchen. Is that okay?
Yes.
Diamond's Kitchen? Cool.
Okay, so I'll take one.
All right, you all. So Minister Mooney, somebody asked, Minister Mooney, Terry,
Yeah.
what did I do? Somebody asked, Minister Mooney, what did you do for me? No chicken? No, you don't want beef. Don't want crablet. I do want crablet, but I can't have it. So somebody asked me, the crowd asked me, Terry asked me, Minister Mooney, what do you do for me? All at the same time. I'm glad you asked. So I want you all to see right here. Can they see that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, you loud and clear.
So Terry, what it is?
These are walnuts.
Okay. So Terry, did you ever think that and how long have you been planting?
I've been planting approximately 25 years off and on.
Okay, so you probably know the
Maybe I'm moving closer.
oh,
There you go.
so you probably know the answer to what I'm gonna ask you, but maybe they don't know. So Terry, using a walnut as a meat, is that common? Like, I never thought that was possible.
No, it's not common. You do have to do your research and you'll find out that it is. It's not common to use walnuts as meat, but we are in the process and a movement to bring that awareness to the community. So walnuts can be used as meat.
Amen.
Wow. So walnuts can be used as meat. So let me just say this. You guys have heard this scripture. Let thy plants be thy medicine and thy fruit be thy meat. And let's incorporate walnuts. Now, Terry, walnuts, are they toxic?
Walnuts are not toxic.
Okay, can it be possible that this walnut here, original, that it can have something on it that can do me harm?
No,
No?
I don't.
Unless you have an allergy.
An allergy?
Unless you have an allergy. another-
Unless you have another allergy?
You're talking, are you referring to you should soak the nuts first?
Why should I even do that?
So you can release the enzyme inhibitor.
Okay.
Enzyme inhibitor.
So these are nuts, and as Melissa say, nut allergies. I should soak these nuts, right? So that I can release the enzymes.
Okay.
Water. So this is what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, yeah, some soaked nuts and some nuts that have not been soaked. And what I learned and what I've been able to see, I'm gonna walk around so you all can see that. Yeah, here you go.
We trying to watch.
Yeah. So look, you all soaking those nuts does make a difference. The water off of those nuts were extremely dirty. So you're gonna see it. You're gonna see a dark skinned nut, and you'll see a light skinned nut, but they all nuts. Never mind. So I use nuts as meat. I know that was funny. Thank you, sister. She laughed at my joke. Yes, soak your nuts. I prefer pecans, walnuts. What's my third?
We can still do almonds, but
Almonds.
more lectin, so.
But more lectins, and we'll talk about, we'll get into that. But we do have an environment like we're doing this now, where you guys could go to Flat Belly Lifestyle on our Facebook page, and this is some of the stuff that we do. So guess what I'm making with those nuts? Anybody want to guess? Y'all know it's meat already.
Hamburger.
Who said that? Tacos. Who want tacos? All right, so tacos. So I'm gonna make taco meat out of those nuts, right? And guess what else I'm gonna make? Anybody love Olive Garden? Y'all love Olive Garden? Okay, would y'all believe that you can have pasta, raw pasta, and it still tastes like an Olive Garden pasta without being cooked?
Sign me up.
Right? So check this out. You all are gonna have a noodle, it's called a kelp noodle with a pesto basil paste, and I'm gonna mix that up and give you all, who all wants some? All right, so pay attention. These are quick meals. I'm gonna start the meat in the food processor because I want to grind it up. I want to show you how that looks. And gloves.
Oh, we got those.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
A couple simple ingredients. We go cheap today. So did y'all get a chance to see the nuts?
Yeah.
See the difference? Dirty water comes off of those. So I'm going to, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's just, Village might have to show me how to use it. It's good.
You gotta turn it on. It should be turned, yeah.
You're medium size, we got some large.
Okay. Phyllis. Is it? Oh, wait.
That'll be the turn on button somewhere.
Phyllis, your food processor, can you help? Okay. Can you show me how to use the food processor?
You need to turn it on.
Melissa.
See the off button.
It's on it. I don't know where my glasses are. Yeah.
Is it like
Here, is it, yeah, is it plugged in? First thing. Okay, it should, whatever you need, it should pull. If it has.
There's the blender look too. You know, there's a blender. Yeah, it's a Vitamix. It has all the options. Is it not on properly? Sometimes when it's not on
something
properly.
the top.
Yeah.
Have it twist.
It won't do.
And once it's tight, then it'll probably do it.
Not that top, I think it,
Like snaps, it probably locks. Like locked in.
I see that, and I see
just
that.
it lines up and it,
Yes.
but you don't have
Like
nothing in it.
it's straight.
It may be on this side of the room because it has to, like, there it is, right there. It's got it.
Right, and plus, you don't have nothing in it, so you just
There. So we-
don't burn yourself.
Yay, yay, all right. All right, my skillets, this is skillet right there. I'm bringing a skillet. What happened to my cutting board? Who's a big one? Oh,
Stand, stand here,
okay.
right here.
So there's a couple people who have not had their scan, raise your hand. If you have your sheet, you got your sheet in your hand, or they already collected?
Philip, they've been here for a while, or you've worked in it. They've been here for a while, so we want to get them started. Come on.
Oh, yeah, can we start?
Yeah, employed this younger.
Yep.
Everybody.
Whole Foods. So you we're gonna start with the,
Close on this, so you can see. Oh, last, hold that up again.
Monica noodle. All right, so I'm gonna get the nuts started. I want these nuts to look like ground turkey. That's why I'm using a food processor. So, where's my? Guys. So, Terry, you have one. I had a minute. So I normally do about a pound, you all. I have my scale for the sake of time. So I'm saving the remainder of these nuts for my pesto. All right. All right. Here. All right, you all. Now, one thing that I also use, we've already rinsed everything, but I use our Royal Defense produce wash. So that's what I used on the kale. You know, it's an excellent product when you clean off your fruit, right? And it doesn't have any toxins in it. It's EPA, FDA approved, right? Look at the website. We have all the disclaimers on there. But it's alcohol free, you all. So you could be, me, myself, I love being at the grill. And when I'm using hand sanitizer, y'all see me using the hand sanitizer, I'm not trying to use alcohol with fire. I ain't trying to end up like me. So, all right. So you all, I want to give you all, let them take a look at that. Just so you can see the texture of the walnuts, it actually looked like ground turkey. All right. My oil, there we go. All right, you all, so I'm gonna take a little olive oil. So I'm gonna take a little olive oil. Just ready. Guess what else I'm gonna make for those nachos? Anybody want to guess? Cheese. Natural cheese, right? Without dairy, right? So you all, I'm using oat milk to make the cheese. And then I'm gonna tell you all about a special ingredient. Who wants cheese on their nachos? Well, I said taco, but we're making nachos. It's a lot of shell, so I think we're going to shell. All right. So I'm gonna heat up my oat milk. You all get a chance to see that ground. Is it ground turkey? It's gonna taste like ground turkey. All right. So we may be eating tacos a little later, but I'm getting it ready. Let me see. Okay, so let me tell you something else about myself, Terry. I love to eat. I'm a foodie. Did y'all think, look, that was 225 pounds that y'all saw on the screen. Did y'all think that I got that way by not eating? I love to eat, which I love to cook too. So that gut Y'all ain't feeling me? Y'all don't like food?
I love it.
All right. So there we go. All right. Olive oil right here. So what am I gonna do with that? Now Terry just diced up some onions. Anybody like onions in their taco meat? All right. Actually, I'm transferring it right into the, so I might have to pick up my whole thing. It's cool. I'll pick it up off here. Oh, yeah. It's good too. All right, so I'm also bringing my cheese because remember the pesto is raw. And do me a minute. So we're gonna make the pesto in the food processor too. Yeah. I'm gonna let the meat saute like we do ground turkey. Let me turn it up. And then I'm gonna cheat, but I'm gonna cheat real good. This is a taco blend that I got from Whole Foods. Taco seasoning. Now I'm a blood type B positive. I can't have cassava. And I definitely don't want high fructose corn syrup. I don't want the mess in my taco. Normally, you all, I'm a big ingredient person. So I would literally look at the ingredients, chili powder, sea salt, ground dates, right? Tomato powder, garlic powder. I would look at this stuff, the nutritional yeast. And I would literally look at the ingredients and then make my own spices or make my own dish. Yeah. But for the sake of time, we're gonna use this taco mix. So I don't use, not to knock, I don't use any other brands, I'm not gonna say it. But I prefer, why? I want something that's putting in my body that has some benefit and doesn't do me any harm, right? So we deserve it. We deserve it, exactly. All right, so while that's doing what it's doing, you all, I'm going to actually start on the pesto. So there's a couple different ways to make pesto, right? What I have here is kale, right? Basil is what we're used to seeing. Basil can be very expensive, right? Pine nuts is a normal ingredient too. Now notice y'all, I'm gonna find food and I'm gonna make food, what? According to my blood type, right? So raw kale, let's put some there. Yeah. So remember you all, I used the produce wash to wash my kale already. Right. So I'm gonna add this taco pack now. You put that in. Thank you. Y'all give Terry a round of applause. Now, don't look. Terry, you all, has been 25 years, right? 25, 30 years, she's been plant-based. What's up, guys? Oh, one thing, you all, I don't do a lot of measure. I go by taste. But here on this package, it says 2 teaspoons. I love flavor. So y'all gonna have to excuse me today because I'm not gonna keep it to 2 teaspoons. Hey, if I'm gonna go plant-based, I didn't even taste like meat. My wife says sometimes it's a little too salty, so I won't put a lot of salt in until after y'all get your portion. No, no, it'll be cool. So there we go. And when you all see how this looks and how it's cooking, a lot of it is subconscious mind. right? You might be, if you don't know it's meat, you'll eat it not knowing it's not. If it tastes like meat, it has the texture of meat, it's meat. Let thy plant be thy medicine, let thy fruit be thy meat. So if I didn't tell you, and this has happened before, where I've made this dish on retreat, where everybody was serving beef or chicken tacos, I made this and just set it on the table, and it was gone before the rest of the meat as a taco. All right, so we have kale. I'm making fresh pesto. Ooh, garlic. Fresh garlic. Olive oil. Yeah, I do. So go with taste sometimes, you all. Y'all go start. Ooh, it's starting to smell good already. This is an African pepper. Black pepper is a pepper that I can't have. It not according to my blood type, I can't have black pepper. It's toxic to my blood. So I found another pepper, and I didn't ask Melissa, I didn't ask Eric, I just said it's not black pepper. Leave me alone. So a little of that. Just a little kick. A little more kick. Now you all, I really don't have to add the basil. Most pesto is made with basil. I'm thinking I want you to taste it without, but how many, okay. How many won't? That's not, they gonna say yes. Okay, so because you all have been patient, fix it, okay. Because you all have been patient, y'all smell that? Y'all starting to smell that? All right, so I'm gonna add basil, because I was like, who likes their food very rich and flavorful? Basil will do that. Kale will do it and get you there. Y'all, ooh, man, just open that. So you guys, let them smell. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Now, you all check this out. While you're doing your raw cleanse, while you all are doing your raw cleanse, although I'm cooking this meat, do y'all believe that some of these same ingredients that I'm adding without cooking can still be, I want to show them that too, can still be eating raw, right? On a bed of lettuce, romaine lettuce, and still have a taco, and it'll still taste the same, it's just not cooked hot. So y'all smell that? It's brown and I'm gonna tease y'all just a little bit. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Yeah, that's the turkey. Oh, okay. I'll speak loud. All right, you all. So.
So far, I'm full of it. But this is the whole one, I'm gonna see what.
So I'm adding garlic. I got the milk going, a spoon. This is, right, unsweetened Coconut cream and almond milk. Back up. Oh. Cool. All right. So you all, this is similar to half and half, but plant-based. All right, vegan and plant-based, right? No dairy. So I'll use this or tapioca or chickpea flour to thicken up my cheese, right? Now my nutritional yeast is gonna give me, it's a natural nutritional yeast, it's gonna give me a cheesy flavor. And what I'm also gonna do, because I love sharp cheeses, is blue cheese. Or blue cheese. You see it?
Looks like it by the, follow your heart, right? We're gonna follow your heart.
Yep.
Oh, there it is, right under the left, right there.
Since I like, anybody like sharp cheddar? Sharp cheddar? Okay. So I was looking for a sharp taste, but I didn't want to cheat. Right? Dairy is something that we really have to be cautious about. So what I did was I did my research and I kept looking. Y'all, Whole Foods have a blue cheese. Everybody who tried blue cheese is real sharp, right? You know, like that pungent, musty, but good, they give you the in your cheese, right? Let me tell you one other thing. If I wanted to add more flavor to my cheese, I could add jalapeno juice or jalapeno. I could blend it up and add that to my cheese. But I wanted that sharp taste. So I'm gonna put a little blue cheese, dairy crumbles, soy-free. I'm gonna put that in my cheese just to give it a little sharp taste that I like, right? Who all want some nachos? So, true story, you all know why sometimes me and Miss Mooney be going at it. Sometimes y'all see us on Facebook, and this is cooking real nice. It's because I be up in the middle of the night cooking. She be trying to sleep. Yes, what my wife is? Yes, show him. If you had a man in the house that's cooking like this, y'all see, show hands, 2:00 in the morning, would y'all want me down? Some people next to their wives, they're like, I ain't saying nothing. All right, so that's good enough. That was quicker than I thought. So, you all for my food purpose. That looks good. Yep. So I'm gonna add these onions to the meat. Wait. I'm gonna saute my onions just a little bit. And if you're well prepped, you all, this is a very quick meal. I'm not in my own kitchen, so y'all see me kind of, but what kind of kitchen? Y'all like my cutting board? I'm gonna show y'all my cutting board. Ooh, nutritional yeast, brand new package of nutritional yeast. That's what I'm gonna use in a pesto as well. We normally in pesto use Parmesan cheese, but I'm gonna use nutritional yeast. Saute those onions just a little bit. I don't, come on. I'm gonna say to my pesto, who like a lot of cheese? Who like it real cheesy? Raise your hand. Show of hands, if y'all gonna miss out.
Cheesy.
Cheesy or not cheesy for pesto? Okay. Y'all better speak up. So that was about a half a cup. Let's go. If it tastes good, we don't blame. All right. Who said that? Baby say I want cheese, right? No cheese? Ooh, y'all smell that? Okay. Now I'm working on my cheese. No cheese. That's probably a lot, but it's all right. Look, Super Bowl, look what I'm making. Super Bowl, right? Nachos, right? Tacos. All right, so I'm gonna blend all this together. You all, can you see that? You got any spoons? I'll let you taste too. So you all normally, okay, wait, one last thing. Vegetable stock, organic vegetable stock. So I could serve this like it, but if you like you're thinking almonds, walnuts, and you don't want hard meat, cooking it down and then adding some vegetable stock and letting it simmer till it cooks down, it'll start to caramelize, and it'll be just like ground turkey. So vegetable stock. Now that I added the brown, so you all see that it's brown. Let me give you all a quick look. It smells good too. Yeah. All right. Vegetable stock. I'm eyeballing. Go ahead.
He's just eyeballing them, and you wanna like make sure it's like a moisture. The moisture,
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna get down. I don't want it too watery.
I don't want it too watery, which is why I didn't use water. I can use water to keep my flavor and add even more potent flavor. I'm adding vegetable broth. Now, normally I'll cover this. Y'all, crock pots are amazing. Right? Not crock pots, but burners, hot plates.
Maybe there's one.
Yeah. All right. So, and I need a spoon. Yeah. So I'm stirring in the cheese. All right. All right, noodles, kelp noodles. There's already water in here. You really don't have to rinse them. And they're like a transparent noodle, you all. You have this, yeah, you got gloves on. So do me a favor and walk them and show me noodles and just how it works. Yep. This the only one? So let's say. So she's breaking up those noodles. Here you go. How many people? Let me see how many. Another bag. Okay, so we're almost done, you all. Kelp noodles, whole food. I'm adding, because y'all say y'all want whole, I'm adding a little basil to that kale and that nutritional yeast. Iodized salt, sea salt. Iodized sea salt is iodine is a necessary nutrient, you all. So I found a sea salt, right, that has iodine in it. All right. A lot of times you won't find it, but you can find it. I think Whole Foods had this. Sometimes Jewel will carry it as well. So, Terry, you want to taste this?
Yes.
You have a fork
I
before I see you. Plastic forks? No, I want to make sense.
So you need to.
Yeah, then just serve real forks. I think. Sea salt also goes into the mix. All right, here we go. Food processor.
They're very funny about. And sometimes it's fussy about, you need to put the food when it's already in. Sometimes, I know mine is. Just pour everything out.
Got it. Thank you. Creamer. Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Those have to do.
Oh, so hold it before you add. Let me do that, because we can always do. Look at them. Right. Put more in there. Blue sugar. There we go.
While you guys are finishing up, she's gonna give it. While you guys are finishing.
Cut it off. I don't want the stick right there.
My hands are bleeding.
Yeah. Just put a little water on it. Just put a little water. That's all.
Now they're gonna finish the line. So while they're.
So give me a favor, give me a bottle of water.
There's a quick little infusion. Ken, who's a registered nurse, and she specializes in cannabis infused, okay? Now, if you're under a certain age, this is not the recipe for children. Sorry, right? You have to be 21. Everybody over 21? Yes. Now, this won't make you high, but you will get help, okay? So Shannon, a registered nurse on cannabis and organic, and she's also the president for the board president for the Nursing Association for Cannabis Nurses. So we get out the door. Shannon, quick, just wanted to show you while they're finishing up that. Something really good. A lot of people have family members come out and bring out the tips, and bring out the tips and things like this. This is a really easy way for you to infuse something for them so that they can get healthy while they're snacking. So all I did is I bought, and this is really great for vending events or, you know, if you just want a quick snack. So all I did is I bought these little cups. The cups with the top on them. And you can just buy whatever kind of mix that you enjoy. This is grain-free, keto, granola, raspberry. It's got sunflower seeds in it, pumpkin seeds, almonds, anything like that. Just whatever variety you want. This bag was like $4, very inexpensive. And then you are just going to pour a cup, a little bit into each container.
And you guys, I also sell these at any event. A lot of times people just wanna know, is there a taste to it, how their body's gonna react to it. This is the 1,000 milligram, full spectrum CBD, culinary oil. But we also have a 400 milligram, which is the Delta 8, which gives you more of the euphoria. So if they're looking for that euphoria, and this is a great way for them to try that. If you just want them to have a great mix of CBD, this is a good option for you. And then, so I'm just going to. So put a little bit in it. And then all you're gonna do, I would suggest that you not use like chocolate or granola that has a lot of powder. But I just use this little brush. And then I'm just dipping it in here. So of course we don't know how many milligrams and all of that, but it's pretty for a taste test. And then you just drop it onto your granola. Again, now, if you're using this on the Delta 8, by the time they walk around the event, they're gonna start feeling a little bit of the effects, and they're gonna come back and use. But with the regular CBD, 1,000 milligrams. So what? Okay, and so Melissa gave us the Delta 8, so I'm going to, and again, it's super simple. And it's all about, remember, like when you're vending, and I know everyone here is distributors, but when you're vending, you don't want to get away from the reason why they're there. They're there for the product. So don't spend a whole lot of time on a lot of stuff on your table, because the products is what you want them to focus on. So this is a quick little easy way for them to say, it doesn't smell like marijuana. A lot of people just don't know, and they associate it with marijuana. And so this is a great way for them to say, yeah, there's not that aftertaste, different things like that. So, and then I'll pass a couple of these out if anybody's interested in it, but it's super simple. Great way to infuse your product, get it out there in the public. And even when family and friends are around and they're running over your house for a couple of minutes, and they just want to snack, feed them something healthy. We got to more simple, the way we want them to treat them. Their health is the most important thing. So that is it for me. Thank you.
And so what we're gonna do now, guys, they're gonna keep on prepping. Well, we got a few more speakers that are gonna come to speak, okay? Because they're gonna get examples out. Let them speak all this stuff, right? You got to wait, okay? Well, they need a little more time to get the
Yeah. Yeah, they are, they already know. You already helping them out? Cool, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, okay.
They've had their bioscan, so they're ready to eat. So good stuff. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to set up an area for you guys. I'll move the take this. We got a spot for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. And you can finish mixing everything back then.
Okay. She set it up already?
Yep. Well, it's gonna be this table, but you move back to turn it on.
Okay. And we got people time for it.
Yeah. Oh, is it? You can't. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You're gonna leave that there. So let that stay, and then you put everything else back.
Okay.
And you can pack it and put it on the.
I love it too. We are pretty much done. So we're gonna transition you all. We are actually done here. Remember the spices? Y'all smell that? So this is how I cook at home. This is why I be up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'll start sending this out. We're gonna transition you
You
all.
can leave the hot stuff.
I'm gonna leave the hot stuff.